Hi. Good evening, everybody. Today, we're going to be talking about Astral Familiars. I know this topic is actually, it's quite exciting to me when I first started to learn about them, but I also started to learn that there's not a lot of information out there about familiars in the typical sense of witchcraft. So, um, I've been on this task of learning what I can for a while, so I'm going to share it with you. Now, last week, I did talk to you about physical familiars and how they can sometimes incarnate into a form in which you build a contract with them, with a specific animal, a cat, a snake, a mouse. Did I say a cat? A bird, right? A dog? I might have said that already. The point is it doesn't matter exactly what the animal species is, but the fact that they take interest in your magical practices is the main indicator that they are a physical familiar. So, what about astral familiars? What's that all about? I will tell you. Astral familiars come from a specific spirit that you have either petitioned, commanded, or contacted for the specific purpose of getting that familiar. It's like a part of. Actually, I'll save that for next video. However, astral familiars are a bit different than physical familiars. So, and what I mean by that is obviously they don't have. Holy crap, dude. I always show this to you, but look at that flame. Look at the length of that, man. That is lovely. Anyhow, an astral familiar is a spirit. It just keeps getting bigger. It is like I had stated before, it's a spirit that, well, it's a smaller spirit that another spirit grants you, right? So, how do you know if you have a astral familiar? Well, sometimes they are gifted to us. I know with generational witches or witchcraft, I don't know of anybody who would give a familiar to somebody else, and they tend to bond to the person that asked for them. However, if I had a child and they practiced witchcraft and I was going to pass away, I would completely ask for that familiar to watch over that child. So I'm sure it is not an uncommon practice to pass familiars down, astral familiars down, generationally speaking. One generation of witchcraft, of witch to another. Or sorcerer, sorceress, warlock. You know how it generally goes. So, other than that, besides granting them and being gifted them to you, or perhaps you pick one up by accident, there are no lack of situations in which 10 billion people live on a planet, or however many are on the planet, in which not some percentage of them are witches, another percent of them are generational witches, and some people have the strangest experiences, right? Anyhow, once you have an astral familiar, how do you know you have one? Great question. Thank you. Kid in the back. Yeah, that was a great question. Yeah, I'll answer it. Okay, so using one of the specific 4 senses that are gifted to us in this life, where we incarnate with a specific brain chemistry or emotional bandwidth, or however else that these gifts are given to us, whether you can commune with gods or goddesses. However, whatever. There's videos on that, and if you would like to see those, they're actually put in a nice little playlist, so you can go ahead and check them out if you'd like. However, back to the situation at hand, right? How do you know if you have an astral familiar, even if you ask for one, right? Well, first of all, who are you asking? Did you ask affirmatively? Did you command them? How do I say this? Did you do it right? Did you ask the spirit properly? Is the first thing you want to kind of troubleshoot with that. But other than that, like I was saying, so like with clairsentience, clear feeling, you might get a clear feeling that the familiar is constantly around you, following you, whether it's a specific animal you asked for, or just a familiar in general, which may be a four-legged creature that follows you around and you can feel the energy, right? And something I've noticed with familiars and clairsentience is that a lot of times their energy is so bonded to ours that other people, it's hard for other people to figure out that you even have one in the first place. So there's that, but you should be able to feel their presence, whether they're flying around, and keep in mind, according to this specific spirit's powers and your own capabilities, certain animals may be more advantageous to specific goals. For example, if you like to spy on people, well, then maybe get a bird type of familiar, right? I'm not saying that's what I do, but as an example, right? So, and then as we move forward into clairvoyance, right? Clairvoyancy. That specific skill, they may speak to you in a way that is in the form of visions, right? Our minds, our subconscious minds, their language is symbolism. So the animal or your familiar may speak to you mentally as far as visual imagery. And I'm just going to lead up to clairaudience, right? So if the familiar, now I know this firsthand, of course. If you've been watching my stories or my channel for a while, you know that I'm clairsentient and clairaudience, right? So I'll more so down here. So sometimes you instantly know that there is an familiar around you because you hear a bear or a raven or a panda, or the point I'm trying to make is you hear animal sounds. Now later on, when you get used to each other, they may speak like an animal, and then you may interpret, you'll hear it and then interpret it differently in your brain. So you'll get the words out of that you need to of what they're trying to speak to you. So practically, they talk to you with clairaudience, right? And then claircognizance. Yes. This one has so many different forms of interaction, right? So if you think about it, with claircognizance, you may just know that they're there. Most people have a mixture of gifts, but let's just say you just have claircognizance, right? Well, you don't. You have 3 other skills, right? So they may speak to you in smell, right? They may speak to you in through taste. So they also may speak to you in a form of condensed energy. So just try and be aware of your senses if you have requested for one, and kind of be present in your body if you can. I know it's not easy for a lot of people, but just try to remain present. If you don't remain present, they may just drop subtle hints. Like if you ask for a pig familiar, they may use the smell of bacon, right? Or they may have you taste grass because you asked for a cow. You kind of get the point, right? or you may smell feathers or fur, or some other different reflection upon the claircognizance ability, and that allows you to tap into the six senses of your normal senses. So that's mostly everything that I have to say. Although, if you have any questions specifying how you can come in contact with one, I will be talking about spirits that you can get them from in my next video. But if you do have any generalized questions about astrophysics, yes, astral, physical, or general questions on familiars, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know. But that's really all I have for today, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between. Thank you. Once again, my name is R the Silent. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe. I am coming out with more videos on witchcraft. I've been quite busy since I got out of surgery, but I'm not trying to make excuses, so I just haven't been as consistent as I want to be. However, the consistency that I have will be pushing into different subjects of witchcraft. So, just throwing that out there if it's something you're interested in. If not, oh well. Alright, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful night. And hope you guys get some good presents for whatever religious holiday. What is it? Winter solstice, Christmas, Hanukkah, any other religious holidays that I am not purposefully leaving out. But really and truly, it's just about being around people that we care about, and having those connections in life that without them it would make life more difficult, whether we're going to admit it or not, right? So, but thanks for coming back to the classroom. This is the Astral, see, I can't even do it anymore. Astral Academy. And the homework. Yeah, don't light your animals on fire. I can't express that enough, to not hurt animals. Yeah, that's the homework. And that should be like a forever thing. So, alright. Good night.